Hey, it's your boy Z here, and welcome to Snap in 5, where I will give you all the top news and information from Marvel Snap this week in 5 minutes or less. Let's jump to it. It's Last Chance Monday, and since it's Monday, your last chance to get Anti-Venom. The verdict is in, and top creators are officially split on this card. Some of the highest ranked players believe this card to be very powerful, others not so much. Some of the more popular homes for Anti-Venom this past week were Mr. Negative, Tribunal, Hela, Wiccan/Pixie or Wixie list. Overall, really interesting card, but just not meta breaking. This may open more decks in the future, but for right now, it is not a must have. This was a skip for me personally, as I only buy the season pass and I have to use my resources wisely. Now, if you're still not sure what to do, I'd recommend 2 different videos to check out. First will be last week's Snap Judgments video, where the Pulse Glazer goes through thoughts of the top players in Marvel Snap on the card, and he'll provide you with some really spicy decks. The second video I'd recommend would be KMVest's video, as he is very pro Anti-Venom, and he can give you some great insight on the card. Now, as we enter a new month, that means we are entering a new season of Marvel Snap, and this season is called War of the Nine Realms. That means this coming week we have a new season pass card and a new card and spotlight caches for us to get after. Now, this season's also not your ordinary season, because Second Dinner announced in their development update video, which is below, that we'll also begin the return of Deadpool's Diner. I will review and reintroduce Deadpool's Diner to you as we get closer to the release date of this game mode. But for now, mark your calendar for November 21st, where you can return back to the diner for some crazy food and earn yourself some bucks. Now, let's take a look at the season pass card. This month's card is Surtur. He's a 3-cost 5 power with the ability, after you play a card with 10 plus power, this gains 3 power. Immediately, I went to Big Dumb Idiot's deck, as you can get this card easily to a 3/8 on turn 4, potentially 3/11 turn 5, and 3/14 on turn 6. This will also work really well with Scar, as reducing his cost really easily. Now, most creators think this is a strong card. Some even say meta breaking, so this may be worth getting. He'll be a heavy hitter with those stats and be a solid card for your collection. I personally will be grabbing him tomorrow. Now, from a variant perspective, if you like Thor and Odin, these variants are amazing. Heavy fantasy vibe, Odin looks like a boss, and just has some great artwork. So if you're a fan of Asgard and you're into variants, this may be a big plus for you. Now, let's take a look at the new card we're also getting that will be this week's Spotlight Cache. And the new card is Frigga. Frigga is a 3-cost, 3-power card that has an ability on reveal, add a copy of the last card you played to your hand. Most people feel this card will pair great with last week's card Anti-Venom. Some other synergies with this card are Thor and Beta Ray Bill's Hammer and Pixie. Now, so overall, the predictions card's gonna be pretty solid and can find a home in a competitive deck, but what deck it'll fit best in will probably take some testing. Now, from a cache perspective, this is a great one. All cards are Series 5, and all these 3 cards are great cards. Amongst most creators, they believe this is to be the best or second best cache of the month, competing with next week's cache. It's a very surfer-friendly cache also, as all cards are 3 costs. Now let's take a deeper look at the other 2 cards. Copycat's a Series 5 card that's a solid card that you can slot into most decks, but not a must. It is also coupled one of the best tech cards in the game in Red Guardian. This is a card I really want, and I'll be praying and spending some keys on this cache. So if you have limited resources and not series complete, I would highly recommend looking at this week and next week's potentially to spend your keys on, and the remaining caches maybe use tokens on those cards. Now, I would recommend plan out your month accordingly. Now, with that in mind, I would also recommend Rez Snapper's video below, where he talks about each spotlight cache in detail, giving you all the information you need to plan your month and your resources accordingly. Now, let's wrap up by talking about top decks in the meta. Top decks are number 1, Toxin Bounce, and number 2, a Patriot Surfer deck. Now, both these deck lists use Agent Venom, so if you don't have him, I highly recommend finding a way to getting him. The 3rd deck is a Scream deck, the 4th deck, a Move deck, and the 5th deck, Zoo. If you want a more in-depth breakdown of these top 5 decks, I'd recommend checking out Alex Coccia's weekly breakdown of the top 10 decks in Marvel Snap. Now, if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button below. I'll be coming to you every week with Marvel Snap content in 5 minutes or less as you prepare for your week of play in Marvel Snap. If you're a creator and you'd like me to feature or promote your long-form content, please message me via my email below. That's all I have for you this week. I hope you have a great week, great pulls, lots of cubes in your future. I look forward to seeing you next week. See ya.